One of the neat new features in version 3 of the Cavanti app is the ability to change the way it looks to suit your practice. We can take a look at how up here from the settings page. First, let's take a look at how we can modify sessions here under Personalized Sessions. First, choose the session type you'd like to modify. We'll start with the equine practitioner. Here we can see all 484 points that are included by default in the practitioner template. We have several ways we can alter the template. First, we can change the name of a point by clicking on the Edit button. We change the name of the point by typing over the name shown here and saving. Now I can see my new personalized name here. The next thing I can do is change the values I see in my drop-down lists for this point by clicking on Edit List. The first thing we need to check is which other points share this list. Any changes you make to this list will also affect these points. Here I see the list values for this point that currently exist in the app. I have two choices. I can change an existing value if I don't plan on using it by clicking Edit. Here I delete the supplied value, enter one of my own, and save my changes. I now see my own value displayed here. If for some reason down the road I decide to change my mind and I would like to see that point again or that list item, I can click on Remove Personalization and the app will revert back to the default value. My second option for modifying list values is to add values of my own to the existing list by clicking on Add New Value. I enter my new value and save. And I can now see my new list value displayed here. Another option I have to alter my session is to hide session lines or points. This is useful if there are regions or points that you don't use. Hiding them will mean that they won't display in your session. Let's say for some reason I don't believe in C4 and C5. I can click Hide and they'll be gone out of the session. The next customization option I have is to add new fields. I can add a new field to an animal, a contact, to the session summary page, or to my session detail. As you can see, I've already added a grade field and assigned values 1 through 4 to both the canine and equine practitioner templates. Let's go ahead and add another field to the session lines. First, select where you'd like to see the field. Animal fields show up on the animal page. For example, I've added a field called tutorail with a yes/no list and a tracking ID text box. And here we can take a look at the animal page to see where those two new fields will show up. Contact fields show up on the contact page. Here I've added a release on file yes/no list and a preferred doctor multi-select list. And we can take a look at the contact page to see what that looks like. I can select multiple doctors from my multi-select list or a yes/no from my release. Session summary fields show up in the session summary page. Here you can see the text box fields that are displayed as standard in the template. I can either hide them, rename them by clicking Edit, or add extra fields. For example, I've hidden 3 fields and added a yes/no select list called Seen Before to the Canine Practitioner session summary page. And session detail fields appear in the session lines. For example, you can see I've added a grade field to Canine and Equine Practitioner and an outcome field to Equinology. Let's go ahead and add another field to the session lines. First, select where you'd like to see the field. Session Detail. Then select which session you'd like to apply it to. Now select a field type, a line for small amounts of text, a box for large amounts of text, a single select list where you select a single value, for example a yes/no, or a multiple select list where you'd like to choose more than one value. Let's choose that. Next, give the field a label. We'll call this Second Pass. Then decide if this is something you would like to show your clients in their report or not. And we save changes. So here now we can see our new field, and now we need to assign it some list values. We'll click on Add New Value. Let's do Resolved. And no change. Now I can change the order that the fields appear in on the session page itself. For example, I can switch these two. Okay, let's have a look at our new customized session. Here I see my name changed to C3. C4 and C5 no longer show as we hid those. And if I take a look at a line, I can see my new field and my new list values. And if we move out to session summary, we can see my new field. And that's it for our customization video.